Hey guys, today we'll be doing a long-term review of the Oppo Find X5 Pro and how it holds up in 2024. As you can see, it's a really beautiful phone, and one of the biggest things of this phone, one of the biggest advantages and downfalls of this phone actually, is crazy, is the camera. As you can see, I'm just showing some modes of the camera. I'm going to talk about the other things later, but let's start with the camera, why not? I like how you can adjust the blur and the f-stop like you can do on iPhone and other phones. Pixel, you can do that, so I like that. I like the camera, it's really good. I'm going to show you some samples later, but it also has a big disadvantage that I'm going to talk about later, which in my opinion is the biggest thing that makes you not buy this phone in 2024. But in general, the cameras are really good. But the biggest thing as well after the camera is the screen. Oh my gosh, such an amazing screen, right? I really like the curved corners. Some people don't like it, but I love this. It looks just amazing, right? I'm going to show you. It's just amazing for videos. It's quad HD, 120 hertz. The brightness is okay. It's not bad at all. As you can see, the videos are really good. Deep blacks and everything. It's an amazing OLED screen. It does spend a lot of battery. The battery life of this phone is okay. It's not the best, but it has really fast charging, so it makes up for it. Even in 2024, I actually paid $350 for this phone, which is really good. For this price, you don't have that many options, especially with the package that you get. The processor is really fast, but can you see? You can't even see pixels. Look at how amazing the image is. It's just great. It works really well. The processor is fast, as I told you. It's really smooth. The whole phone is smooth. You don't get any hiccups at all. The view angles of the screen is nice. It's all good. It's all amazing. It looks amazing. You don't get any, even in 2024. I don't see why you would need to upgrade to a newer phone, because this screen is just amazing. The performance is not bad at all. It does get a little bit warm sometimes when you do a bit of more intensive tasks, but that's because of the processor. This is specific processor. It's a little bit warm, but it's not too bad. So you have amazing, really fast charging, amazing screen, as you can see on the samples I'm showing you right now. The sound is really good as well. um I would say it's not the best sound out there, but it's better than most mid-range phones you have nowadays. Even some flagship phones, it's amazing sound, stereo sound. No complaints at all. Not the best, but really good sound. It's really smooth phone. As I told you before, it has an amazing screen, fast charging. So what's left? Well, the Android is running Android 14. Amazing. uh if I'm right, it's only getting Android 14. It's not getting Android 15, but even then it runs pretty well. No major bugs at all. So you get an updated phone even 2024 that works well. $350, super fast charging. What's the downside? I'm going to talk about the downside soon. The connection speeds, as you can see, they're really good. It's 5G, of course. But the downside is actually the camera, which is also one of the best things about this phone. How can that be? Well, the camera, the main camera is just extraordinary. Even though it's a slightly older sensor, I don't know what Oppo does, but it's just amazing. It's just, I'm going to show you some samples right now, but the main camera is just amazing. It's just crazy, as you can see. The main camera and the ultra wide camera as well, it's just as amazing as the main camera. The ultra wide sensor is actually better than some main sensors from the flagships that you have nowadays. So no, the main and the ultra wide are amazing, but that's the biggest downside right now. I'm going to talk about the zoom camera. As you can see, some photos here are amazing, but the zoom camera is just really weak. Like that's borderline trash. That's how I can explain the zoom camera. It's the same camera that you have on the OnePlus 9 Pro, and it's a horrible camera. It doesn't work. The night mode on it doesn't work properly. The portrait modes, the Oppo actually uses the it's just awful for the zoom camera. It barely focuses on low light. You can basically only use the zoom camera when you have really good light, and even then it's not the best at all. So that's why probably Oppo changed on the Oppo X6 Pro, you know, probably because the camera is much better then, but not on the S5 Pro. It's just the zoom camera is just horrible, you know. So I wouldn't even consider the zoom camera. So this phone has two extraordinary cameras, main and ultra wide, even better than some flagships today, but the zoom camera is trash. So if you don't care about the zoom camera for $350, this is a great choice. I think the other phone that you could think about this price range is the Pixel 6 Pro, which does have an amazing zoom camera, you know, but it doesn't have super fast charging. The processor is not as good, you know, the screen is not as good. So, you know, you have some downsides here or there. You don't have Samsung's phones that can compete with this, you know, but it depends on your priority. But I think as a whole package, this phone is really good as long as you don't take photos with the zoom. This phone could be the perfect phone to use in 2024 for a budget if they had a decent zoom camera. Even like, I don't know, if you compare, even it's not about megapixels. The S20 FE has an 8 megapixel zoom camera and it's so much better than this, you know. I think it's about software as well. I don't know what Oppo did, but just the zoom camera, I wish they had done a better one. But even then, as in general, for $350, $400, this phone is just amazing, you know. I would recommend you get this. You get a flagship experience, flagship build, everything in a really good package. Almost perfect. Just because of the zoom camera is not perfect. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more long-term reviews, just subscribe.